Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Happy Thanksgiving from us at TCM. It is 5:15 back east, meaning many of you are sprawled out on the sofa by now, suffering the acute effects of tryptophan, trying to understand how one person could consume that much gravy. By the way, here's a fun tryptophan fact that I learned from Neil deGrasse Tyson. When you're tired after eating on Thanksgiving, it has nothing to do with the tryptophan in turkey. That's a myth. Tryptophan is an amino acid that produces serotonin, which does help you sleep, but beef, chicken, and turkey all have similar amounts of tryptophan. You're tired because you ate too much, and you ate like 8 different kinds of carbs, which are delicious and made even better when slathered in gravy. Now back to our lineup of family-friendly features. Up next, flying cars and hummable bars. From United Artists in 1968, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. The film is widely recognized as a favorite among young children, a fact that is somewhat incongruous with it being based on a book by Ian Fleming, the creator of James Bond, a character not typically associated with children's entertainment. In 1964, Goldfinger, the third James Bond movie, hit theaters. 007 had become the most famous fictional spy of all time. 12 of Ian Fleming's 14 James Bond novels had been published at the time. Few expected Fleming's next book to be a story about an eccentric inventor named Potts, Caractacus Potts, a widower with 2 kids, and yet it was. At the behest of his children, Potts tricks out a derelict car with some mechanical know-how and apparently some magic. They name the car Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because of the sound it makes. Many of those involved in making the Bond films joined the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang crew, including producer Albert Cubby Broccoli, who brought in Bond's dazzling production designer, Ken Adam. He also hired Richard Maybaum to rework some of the dialogue. Maybaum, a prolific screenwriter, worked on more than a dozen Bond pictures. Among the writers credited on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is renowned children's author Roald Dahl, responsible for classics like James and the Giant Peach, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and the Fantastic Mr. Fox. Dahl also wrote the screenplay for the 5th Bond movie, You Only Live Twice, released the year before. While you'd never think of this as anything like a Bond movie, you can see it if you squint. There's a maniacal villain, a hero aided by gadgets, and a cool, technologically advanced car. And even a love interest with a name that ranks right up there with the best Bond girls. Truly scrumptious. 1968, directed by Ken Hughes, starring Dick Van Dyke, Sally Ann Howes, and 2 other Bond veterans, Desmond Llewellyn, who played Q, and Gert Frobe, who played the delightfully evil Bond villain Goldfinger. This is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. If you know your 1960s musicals, it's clear that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang producer Albert Cubby Broccoli was hoping to capitalize on the success of Disney's 1964 musical Mary Poppins, which also starred Dick Van Dyke. Broccoli brought in the Sherman brothers, Richard and Robert, to write the songs, as they'd done on Mary Poppins. But for a variety of reasons, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang just didn't seem to connect with audiences as deeply as Mary Poppins. While many critics found the film entertaining enough, they largely agreed it was best suited for a much younger audience. The film did pick up an Oscar nomination in the Best Song category for the title tune. The car was designed and built specifically for the film. According to Van Dyke, it was difficult to maneuver with the turning radius of a battleship. Today, it's owned by director Peter Jackson, who reportedly used it to shuttle around cast members of the Hobbit films during production in New Zealand. Coming up, Dave Karger kicks off a special night of programming with a great friend at TCM, the incomparable Carol Burnett. They'll be showing classic movies along with corresponding sketches from the Carol Burnett Show, something they'll be doing all day tomorrow as well. They begin with a Shirley Temple picture from 1938, Little Miss Broadway, followed by Carol's funny and invented take on it from 1972, Little Miss Showbiz. All of that is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Little Miss Broadway, then Top Hat, and later Showboat. We give thanks for Carol Burnett tonight.